Hi everyone! For this video, we're going to talk about angles and coterminal angles. So let's start with what we know from our geometry class, that an angle is formed when two rays, so this is the first ray, this is the second ray, and they share a common endpoint. And this common endpoint is also known as vertex. If the angle is drawn in a Cartesian coordinate system with its vertex at the origin, so let's say this one, okay, and the initial side is along the positive x-axis, and it is rotated counterclockwise or clockwise direction, then this angle is in standard position. And we also need to point out that if the angle is rotated counterclockwise, the angle is positive. But if the angle is rotated clockwise direction, see this one, so the initial side is still on the positive x-axis, so this measurement is a negative angle. So for example, we need to sketch these angles in the Cartesian plane. So let's start with the first one, 30 degrees, positive 30. So this is the initial side, this is the terminal side, so this is 30 degrees. For positive 90 degrees, initial side along the positive x-axis, and we know if it's 90 degrees, it forms a square corner, so this is 90 degrees. For 200 degrees, we know that 200 degrees would be in quadrant 2. So initial side, and this could be the terminal side. So this is 200 degrees. Now let's have negative angles. Let's have negative 45 degrees. So since it's a negative angle, the direction would be clockwise direction. So this is the initial side along the positive x-axis, and the terminal side is this one. So clockwise direction, so this is negative 45 degrees. For negative 130 degrees, so initial side here, and negative 130 is on the second quadrant. So could be this one. So this is negative 130 degrees, clockwise direction. For negative 270, so again, our initial side would be on the positive x-axis, and 270 is here. This is the terminal side. This is negative 270 degrees. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now let's go to coterminal angles. What are coterminal angles? These are angles in standard position that have the same terminal side. So two angles are coterminal if the difference of their measurement is by 360 degrees k, where k is any integer. Okay, or if it's in radian measure, the difference of these two angles would be 2 pi k. As we all know that 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi. And again, k is any integer. So let's have an example there. So for example, we have 40 degrees. Okay, let's use a different color. So this is 40 degrees. And to have a coterminal angle with 40, they should have the same terminal side. So this side. Okay, so it means 40 degrees plus 360 degrees is equal to 400 degrees. So to illustrate that, we'll have 360 and then share the terminal side. So that's 400 degrees. Or we can have another angle. So 40 degrees plus 360 times 2. So that would be, that's 760 degrees. So let's illustrate that. Let's use a different pen. So it means 360 to 360 and then 40. So sharing the terminal side. So that's the 760 degrees. Now if we need to find coterminal negative angles for 40 degrees, all we need to do is to subtract 360 instead of adding 360 because we need a negative. So it means it's clockwise direction. So we have 40 minus 360 is equal to negative 320 degrees. So how is that? So it means from this initial side, clockwise direction, and this is the negative 320 degrees, wherein they share this terminal side with the 40 degrees. So just remember, when finding coterminal angles of a certain measurement, all you need to do is just plus or minus 360, or if it's in radian, plus or minus 2 pi. Okay, let's have another example. Find the angle coterminal with 515 degrees that has a measure between 0 degrees and 360 degrees. So we know that 515 is in quadrant 2. Okay, let's see. So it's 90, 180, 270, 360, 360 plus 90. So here. Okay. So this is 515 degrees. Okay, let's illustrate that. So it's 1 and 2. There, that's the terminal side. So what we can do is we can subtract 360. So 515 minus 360 degrees is equal to 155 degrees. So in short, we can have this 90 and 155. So they share a terminal side. So that's one angle. Next, we have find an angle coterminal with 8 pi over 3 radians between 0 radian and 2 pi radian. So if it's in radian, all we need to use is 2 pi. So we have 8 pi coterminal. Okay, just need to correct that. 8 pi over 3 radians minus 2 pi. So let's find the LCD. It's 3. So 8 pi minus 6 pi. So a coterminal angle to 8 pi over 3 is 2 pi over 3 radians.